Welcome to our Gallop TV preview show for Friday, the 18th of August, where we race in Gqeberha. We are at Fairview on the turf track, and it is a very decent card that they put out. It's 9 races on the go, some highly competitive races. Jotted down the betting for our analyst, who is Grant Paddock, and he'll be joining us for all 9 races. And the first race will begin at 11:40. It's over 1,000 meters. It's a maiden plate for fillies and mares. Doesn't form part of the exotics. I trust you, the racing fan, as well, and looking forward to this race meeting on Friday. We welcome Grant onto the show. And firstly, Grant, how's things in Gqeberha? You guys are stop-start with the weather, but how's things looking for Friday?
Yeah, Dees, the weather looks good. A little bit overcast at the moment, but we've had fair days going into the meeting. There won't be any change of surfaces or anything like that. Big headwind predicted tomorrow, Dees, so punters have got to take that into consideration. Those front runners are going to come under a bit of pressure tomorrow. Otherwise, it should be a good day's racing.
Just from the entire team at Gallop TV, Grant, we'd like to thank you for your time during last season, since inception, since we started off this preview show for other centres. Thank you for your time and your effort that you put in, and I must say that it is very popular that we have you on the show. So thank you so much, and all the best for the new season.
100%, Dees. Thank you very much. We do our best for the punters. I know it's a difficult game, but we only try our best.
Okay, race number 1 doesn't form part of the exotics, Grant. I'll just give you the betting, horses in single figures. There are a lot of unknowns in the race, but they're betting number 6 at 14-10 and 7 at 15-10. And then we got horse number 8 at 7-1. Is this the ready-made exacta for the day, a boxed 6 and 7, or do we have to look at horse number 8, Fire Chaser?
Dees, I think this is a ready-made exacta. Last week we had the same situation in the first race where they ran first and second. Exacta paid R4.80, 5-2 return on the investment, which not too bad. I think this will go the same route. I'm slightly in the favour of Bellatrix. She's had the blinkers on, a very good second last time out. Lady Love hasn't... she's had opportunities. She has run against Bellatrix once and ran in front of her. I think this will be a different story on the grass. And the horse that could improve, Fire Chaser, on the grass. She's had a couple of runs on the poly and she's been there and thereabouts. But 6, 7, 8 is the trifecta, and the 6 and 7 is your exactas.
If the boys want to go hard, the guys want to go straight line with that exacta, how would you play it? Which way would you go between 6 and 7?
I would go 6 from 7 and trifecta 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8. Well, we'll keep a close eye on that. That could be a flying start to you, Dave. Grant gets that right, straight line. But as we mentioned, the safety will be 6, 7, 6, 7 by 8, race number 1. Then the exotics will begin in race number 2 at 12:10. You need to get your bets on 10 past 12. It's over 1,200 meters. It's a maiden plate betting. Number 1, Miraculous Man at 9-2. Then we go on to horse number 5, Belling Point. That is at 4-1. Then number 9, Single File. This horse has attracted betting support, Grant, 28-10 into 18-10. Of course, Hollywoodbets. And then we got horse number 13, Miss Tucker, the filly in the race with the sex allowance. She carries 57.5 kgs. I think the best question will be, can we follow the money in race number 2 and go all in with number 9, Single File?
Dees, I don't really... The day that this horse goes around the turn 14 mile is a good thing. Absolute good thing. He doesn't sprint. There wasn't a race on the grass for him for a while, so they've decided to run him up the straight with the headwind. The headwind will definitely suit him. It's actually swung me in his favour. I think with the headwind coming up tomorrow, I think Single File will win the race. Benelong Point, definitely the danger. Last time he went up handy. He's going to have to be a little bit more reserved this time into that headwind. The biggest danger. And also Miraculous Man's been running on from way off them on the poly, and the 1,000 definitely doesn't suit. He'll be much happier over the 12 up the straight. The last time he ran 1,200 on grass, he got bobbed. He ran second. He got bobbed by Successful Lady. Those 3 should account for it, but don't leave out Miss Tucker. Richard Fourie, you know how good he is, and Philly's come off running 28 days ago, so she should be cherry ripe. But I'm going to go Single File from Benelong Point, and then Miraculous Man and Miss Tucker to round it up, these. By pot, you probably could get away with the 1 and the 5.
1 and the...
Sorry, the 9 and the 5.
9 and the 5. So Grant suggesting 2 horses here in the bar pot, 9 and 5, and of course numbers 1 and 13 will be inclusions in any of your other bets. But the money and the early money on Hollywood bets from 33 to 10 into 18 to 10, number 9 single file. Then we go on to the place accumulator, which is race number 3 at 12:40. It's over 1,600 meters for fillies and mares. Grant, this is the way they're betting. Number 2 at 22 to 10, 4 at 7 to 2, 5 at 8 to 1, 7 at 6 to 1, 10 at 7 to 1, and it's 10 to 1 and better the balance. When I first had a look at it, I was firmly in the camp of horse number 2, Global Avenue, after that promising introduction to racing at Fairview.
Yeah, don't change your mind either. Dee's right kind of a race for her. She got beaten by a filly called Public Benefit, which is highly regarded by their stable. I'm not concerned about the draw. She came from off the pace last time out, big filly. She'll probably drop in, and with the headwind, it's going to suit her down to the ground. Massive runner and going to be very hard to beat. I think the improver in the race, the horse called number 7, 40 Hot. She's having her third run. Ran a very much improved race last time out, and I think the miles straight right down her alley. I think she's going to be the biggest danger to the 2. And then a filly that's right down in being a handicap maiden, Royal Venus, ran a good race last time out at levels. She's now only got 52 on her back. She's got to be a massive runner. You saw what happened yesterday with Nathan's horse coming in with a bottom weight. MJ's horse had bottom weight and won well. So that's also got to be right there. The place accumulator, you can get away with 2 and 7, but anybody wants to have a bet on the head, I think Global Avenue is close to a good thing.
Global Avenue could be a banker here in the place accumulator and race number 3. I like the confidence coming through from Grant. Although poorly drawn out at 14, she does have scope for further improvement to come after that good introduction, number 2, Global Avenue. So if you want to take a chance in leg number 1 of that PA, Grant has given you the confidence there. Race number 4, 1,600 meters, and this is a merit-rated 66 handicap. It's the start of the pick 6. Grant, I wish you were next to me. I would have shown you my book, because all I wrote here is HELP with a big exclamation mark. Help, because this start of the pick 6 looks an absolute minefield. Number 1 at 9 to 2, 2 at 8 to 1, 3 at 4 to 1, 4 at 7 to 1, 5 at 9 to 2, and then we have one more runner. Yes, it's number 11, Grand Destiny, at 4 to 1. I'm not taking any chances here. I battle to even find numbers for the place accumulator. I'm certain you're going to try and help us, but for the pick 6, it's the field for me.
Deez, you don't have. It's not that bad, Deez. Not that bad. I'll give you a little bit of help. Gunsmoke, definitely the horse to beat. Holding solid form. Yard is in a bit of form, and he's definitely got the right form to win a race like this, as well as Grand Destiny. Those 2 horses are more than enough to get you through the place accumulator. The pick 6, you're probably going to add in maybe another 3 horses in Green Falcon, Humble Tune, Path of Choice. That's pretty much what you're going to need. You're going to need 5 horses in the pick 6, but the place accumulator, the 3 and the 11 will get you through. I make it between those 2. Slight preference for Gunsmoke, but Grand Destiny, a big runner. As I say, I'm not too concerned about the draws tomorrow. It's Fairview, long straight, headwind. They'll hide away and come with late runs. The 3 and the 11, and then those 5 horses I mentioned for your pick 6 will be enough. Okay,
I've jotted down numbers 1, 3, 5, and 11. Which is the 5th horse there, Grant? I missed that.
Number 2, Humble Tune from the Zispan Westhuizen Yard. Number 2, Humble Tune.
I think that is an excellent find from Grant with regards to the number of runners that he's managed to reduce this down, because at the time of recording, it's 13 runners that go to post, and he's suggested just 5 horses for the pick 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 11. And for me, that is a big win, because I guarantee you, whatever the result in race number 4 for the first leg of that pick 6, I think that pick 6 will be paying more than 5 rand going to leg number 2. And leg number 2 of that pick 6 will be race number 5 at 1350. It's 1,600 meters. Fillies and mares 68 handicap. Now, this race, I'm going to make my play here, Grant, and I'm hoping that you're going to give me some confidence because I had a look at the race, the field. This is the way they're betting. Number 3 at 33 to 10, 4 at 11 to 2, 7 at 33 to 10, 9 at 8 to 1, and then it's 10 to 1 and better the balance. I know that she is battling to put her head in front, Grant. It's been a long time. What's exactly 540 days? But it looks the right type of field for Santa Anastasia, but she is low in confidence in the win department.
Yeah, Deez, I'm with you on this one. I'm going to give you the confidence in Santa Anastasia. Louis Up is a very, very big swing. He knows this course extremely well. He'll get the best out of her. I take her to the favorite, Unyielding. Big concern for me the last two starts, coughing, and she has bled and been suspended before. So I'm a bit skeptical on that one. The horse that's got to go in, the filly that rounds her races off very, very well is Opera Swing. Definitely has to go in your play. Sugarberry back on the turf is also a horse that has to be added in your pick six. And for a spook, the filly Raspberry Beret, very nice run last time out behind Double Check, who's racing a bit later. But I'm firmly in the camp of Saint Anastasia. I've gone 7, 3, 4, and 1, and in the pick six you must add the 5.
In numerical order, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7, and then the place accumulator. Grant, I'm going to take a chance with number 7 here. Could I be way off top 3, number 7?
No, you don't have to be concerned about that. She can't miss the first 3 Ds.
Well, that's I like, because the place accumulator looks very attractive on this Friday. Race number 6, 1425. This is over 2,000 meters. Now here, there is some quality. There are horses that are in great form, horses that love racing at the track. There's lots to work with in black and white. I'll give you the betting, Grant. 2,000 meters, merit rated 74 handicap. Number 1, Bournemouth, 15 to 10. Number 2, Double Check at 7 to 2. 3, which is My Boy Reese at 7 to 1. There's money, Hollywoodbets anti-post. Thanks to them for giving us these updates. Matsuyamo from 16 to 1 that has been snapped up into 10 to 1. 6 Alado's Pride at 8 to 1. And one more runner in single figures. Yes, number 10 Ellis Island. That's at 8 to 1. Yeah, I mentioned that there's lots to work with here, but obviously the horse that sets the standard is number 1, Bournemouth, and rightfully the favorite. But is 15 to 10 the right price?
Probably the right price. You probably find that this will even be shorter race time. I did make him my best bet on the card. I think he's more than a capable horse. He enjoyed the step up in trip last time out. I got no concerns of carrying 61.5 kilos. He's lumped some big weights around. Just his style of racing is going to suit the conditions tomorrow. I make it between him and the filly Double Check. I know she's heading towards a big race in 2 or 3 weeks' time here in Port Elizabeth. Probably going to be a step up for her. But definitely for on Bournemouth. The likes of My Boy Reese seems to be a little bit better on the poly track. And so too a horse like Alado's Pride, who won well last week. Ellis Island, definitely the danger. He ran a very good race last time out behind Double Check, and he's got no weight on his back this time from a decent draw. So he's probably the danger to the top 2. But Bournemouth for me, D's quite strong. I bank him in the place accumulator. I'll probably add just Double Check with him in the pick 6. And I'm quite strong on Bournemouth tomorrow.
Well, just one horse for cover in the pick 6, and that certainly helps reduce the perm. So number 1, Bournemouth, and number 10, Ellis Island, are the 2 runners that Grant has suggested for the pick 6. And I like that. He's not going all in here with the 15 to 10 shot. And if you get the result with the 8 to 1 shot, you're certain to drop a lot of tickets. Race number 7, 1,400 meters, merit rated 86 handicap. Betting in this race, Grant, number 1, Moon Game at 11 to 2. Then we got number 3 at 3 to 1. That is the favorite, the 3 to 1 favorite. Number 4 at 7 to 1. 5 at 6 to 1. Number 10 at 8 to 1. Now, this horse is really catching my eye when I looked up the betting. Number 11, Dawn of a New Era. 8 to 1, draw 1. And last time out, wow. I don't know if Grant can confirm something like this because they can get it wrong. But that 400 to finish, Grant, was 21.1 seconds. That's exceptionally quick.
Yeah, these big runner. As I made him my value bet on the day. The stable is definitely their best runner on the day. He's doing extremely well at home, and that was no fluke time. He finished the race off unbelievably well on the poly track. Grass 1400, right down his alley. Nice galloping weight of 54 kilos from a one draw. Yenny will probably have him sitting second or third and get away from him at the right time. Prince Vian is definitely going to go out there and make a solid pace. There's no doubt about that. But I really do like the 11. Moon Game, big runner, loves the course and distance. He's got very good results over the course and distance and a decent draw. I'm actually going to go for the 11 horse here, D's, to beat Moon Game, Prince Vian and Alinga Longa. Very nice race, I must be honest with you.
So Grant Quang, 11, 1, 4, and your fourth selection, number 3, Grant?
That's correct.
11, 1, 4, and 3, but really nice for Grant to, give us some confidence on the way this horse is working, etc. 11, Dawn of a New Era, and you heard it from him. That draw, number 1, number 2, the horses come on, and number 3, that was no fluke that time, 21.1 seconds. So we got a nice 8-1 shot here that could possibly be the value in all your bets in race number 7. Now, race number 8 is over 1,200 meters, and I'm just going to ask Grant one question after I call out the betting, and if he answers yes, then I'm going to bank this horse. Number 1, Bonero is at 6-10, and then number 8, Bobbles and Beads at 5-1. It's then 10-1 and better the balance. Grant, my one simple question to you, is this horse a 6-10 short, or the market has got this too short? If you answer yes, I'm going to bank this horse here in everything.
No. These place accumulator banker, definitely not a big 6 banker.
Okay.
All her form and her good runs have all been on the poly. She went very hard. She ran 2 weeks ago. She went very hard out in front. Pedro ran past her. Pedro is a top horse, obviously. But this is a grass. This is 1,200. And the third factor, which is probably going to be the biggest factor, is a very strong headwind. So Hunter's got to be careful of this horse. 6-10, the wrong price. Horse like Baubles and Beats definitely has to go in. I think that's the main danger. And then a filly called Stolen Kiss and Sherry for me. I've gone 4 horses in my pick 6, 1, 2, 4, and 8. I'm a little bit skeptical on this one. He's definitely not 6-10 for me.
That is why we got you on the show, Grant, because I promise you, if we haven't spoken, I was possibly going to go in and banker this horse, not being influenced by the betting market. No, I just looked at her and I looked at the opposition, but you bring up some valid points there, and we have to take that into account. So this is the leg where a lot of guys are going to possibly go with the Grief and Fourie combination of a banker in race number 8. But on Gallop TV with Grant Paddock, we're going 1, 2, 4, and 8, hoping for a result. And that is where the big mullah lies. You try and beat the more fancied runners, you drop tickets, and that dividend grows. Race number 9, it's over 1,000 meters. It's a merit-rated 78 handicap. Yeah, this race, Grant, just like that one race prior to this where you managed to help us and, include the 5 runners. I think it was race number 4, the start of the pick 6. I think we need your help here as well. Big help. Race number 9, 1,000 meters. Number 1, 8-1. Number 2, 9-2. Number 6 at 7-1. Then we go on to one more runner, number 12, Great Melody at 5-1. And it's 10-1 and better the balance. When the fixed odds betting markets are betting a field 9-2, the balance, it just tells you what they think of the race, firstly. But secondly, it's worth closing off your day, possibly trying to chase this quartet in race number 9.
Yeah, it is definitely. They seem to find the 9th race or the last race that they always the most difficult, and they do it every week. Quartet definitely the play, but let's just get through. In the place accumulator, I've gone 3, 4, and 12. I know this horse Cool Winter. They backed this horse a couple of times, and he's let them down. Maybe back on grass, but I'm a bit concerned with that 61.5. A horse that has caught my eye is horse number 4, Giacomo Puccini, who's down from as high as a 95 down to a 78. His last run was a bit disappointing. I thought they'd run a bit better, but his previous run was a very, very decent run. and to transact. And if any run like that's going to put him right up there with a good, solid winning chance. You got horses like Great Melody, who's probably got the form to win a race. He'll be very happy to be back to the 5 furlongs. And then First Origin, something went wrong last time out. He was a bit fatigued after his run, but he can improve. That was after a break. So very tricky race. These I've gone 12 to win it from 3, 4, and 9. The pick 6, you might have to add in a filly like Angel Debs as well, and a horse called Narcos, number 8, might have to go in the pick 6. Those 6 should get you through. I'm leaning towards First Great Melody to win it, and Giacomo Puccini being one of the big dangers.
I'll tell you what, it's a field of 15 going post at the time of recording. I got a rule, Grant. It's a simple one. If it's more than 7 runners, if it's more than half the field, it's the field. So in this race, we got the luxury of having 7 runners, if we're not going to include the field. You've given us 6 in order of preference. 2, 4. You've gone 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 12. Just give me one more horse, Grant. One more horse that you would include if you had this budget that I have.
Number 13, Bethel.
Number 13, Bethel. So, guys, jot these numbers down. And the last leg of this pick 6, Grant is suggesting 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 12, and 13. And I like his play throughout this race card. But, Grant, you mentioned that you've given a bet for the show. You want to go through it?
Yeah, Deez, I'll go through it. My best bet being race 6, number 1, Bournemouth. My value bet, race 7, number 11, Dawn of a New Era. And then my suggested bet, which is the place accumulator, we'll go through quickly. First legs 2 and 7, by 3 and 11, by 3, 4, 7, by Banker 1, by 1 and 11, by Banker 1, by 3, 4, and 12.
And I've just multiplied that out, Grant. It costs 72 Rand as a 1 unit, or 36 Rand. You can play it 50%, and hopefully it multiplies itself out. I really like your thought process for this race meeting, Grant, especially those races where we got a few horses that are short, and you suggested best to try and get a result and possibly drop some tickets. So hopefully things go according to plan, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Deez, and good luck tomorrow with the punters. Bye-bye. Thank
you to Grant Paddock, and from the entire team at Gallop TV. Hopefully everything goes accordingly on this Friday in Gqeberha, where we race at Fairview. We're on the turf track, 18th of August. From the entire team at Gallop TV and myself, Deez Dana, and hopefully it turns out to be a profitable day for you on this Friday. And until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gashle.